Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Wanted to give you an update. It's been about a week since I first got the R8 and it's been fantastic. Haven't done any mods to it yet. I'll keep you guys informed of when I start those. But just getting used to the car, got it cleaned up yesterday, and I think today's content will include a little bit more things that aren't covered in traditional reviews that I've seen on these cars. I'd like to focus on the 13 speaker Bang & Olufsen system, how Audi was able to cram 13 speakers into this tiny cabin, and I might want to bring the M5 out and compare the R8 stereo to the M5 stereo, speaker placement, and some of the little gadgets and cool lights and the pop-up tweeter that they put in the M5. That's it. Let's start with a V10 cold start and go from there. So let's talk a little bit about the Bang & Olufsen sound system in the R8. So they tend to do a really good job with the integration into the cars. This particular system, for example, has LEDs that are in the door speakers that go on with the car light. So that's it with it on, and this is it off. So at nighttime it really stands out. It works with the dimming capability of the instrument cluster, and so you can have it on full bright, or you can have it on very dim, whatever you decide to do with the instrument cluster. So 500 watts of power come through the system. It is plenty. It sounds really good, very clean. In each door there's a speaker here and a speaker here. In the dashboard there's a total of 4 speakers, so tweeter on the passenger side, 2 in the center channel compartment, and then 1 over on the driver's side, obviously in the driver door over here. And then what you get is 2 speakers in each headrest, and it's a really cool feature. Let me turn the stereo on. So I'm placing it up against there. It acts as a surround function, which really you notice. I have my fader set to the back a little bit more. There is also a subwoofer that is in the passenger footwell, really not visible, but it's down in there, and it apparently protrudes a little bit towards the front passenger wheel well. You know, as far as functionality, everything works through the center cluster and the MMI, and it works fairly well. I'm still learning it and getting used to all of the little quirks and features of the thing, but everything works off of this part of the steering wheel cluster, and then the volume is adjusted over here. You can turn it off if you have Bluetooth streaming, or elect to use the disc player that's in the car. That works as well on the steering wheel. You also have this control knob for volume. This also works a lot of the infotainment parts of the system, and then I will show you here that there is the CD player as well. The USB ports are right in here, and another feature that no one has ever noted in reviews that I've seen are that this has induction charging. So you put your iPhone or your Android phone down on here and it charges without any cable connection. So really nice feature. But the fit and finish on the car is fantastic. Really happy with it. Next thing I'm going to do to it is I'm going to do a ceramic coating on the exterior. I know that's not a modification. but I want to do that to get some depth to the paint. And I am seriously considering the red seat belts to match the stitching, so I'm going to look into that. My only concern with that is that you lose the microphones that work with the Bluetooth that are actually incorporated into the seat belts. This is phenomenal. Here, I'll show you what these look like. They're right here. See these things? There's an array of 3, and apparently there's a wire that runs all the way through the seatbelt and plugs in. So I think that I could live without having microphones in the seatbelts and just live with the microphones that are up here. I think those will just work fine. So anyway, let me know if there's any other modifications that you think I should do right away. I'm going to be doing, I did the rear window tint. They ordered windshield tint for me, which should be in tomorrow, and that's a ceramic tint. I'm going to do 50% on the windshield to darken it up in here a little bit. Note in the headrest that Bang & Olufsen put a little marker indicating that there's speakers in there as well, which is a really neat thing that they did. The center speaker is automated.
4 to 25, La La Land, Bryce Vine featuring YG.
Coming up.
It's kind of a nice feature. And there's also an LED that lights up in that at nighttime. You really can't see that one as clearly as you can in the R8. There's also little LEDs that light right at the bottom of these indoor tweeters, and that makes a really nice effect. And ironically, those never came on until I did a software update maybe 2 years ago in this car, and all of a sudden the software update turned them on, and I was driving one night and noticed that they were on, and I thought that was really cool. So here's another speaker here. There are subwoofers below the driver's and passenger seats. So far we've got 3 speakers between the tweeters, center channel here, in the door. That adds another 2, so you're up to 5, 6, 7 under the seats. And then we'll go to the back seat, and I will add that as a title in the final video. In the door, you can see in the rear passenger or driver's side door, there's another speaker. There are speakers up here, and the aluminum mesh grills are just awesome. They just look great. They're good quality. And then you can see over there, there's the other. I also have the entertainment system in this car. Hit that button so you can see. And it gives you full functionality for the sound system. If you have speakers, you can, headphones, you can listen to the headphones individually on each unit and choose your own music. And then the front cabin can listen to its own. And I've actually programmed this car through a friend of mine who has a computer that works with the BMW main computer plugged into the OBD, and set it up so that I can watch DVDs while the car's in motion, which I would never do. Quick disclaimer, but it was a nice little functionality that was added. The system is operated either by the steering wheel functionality. This toggles you up and down between stations, and if you're listening to a disc or something streaming, you can also advance it through that menu. Plus and minus are for volume. You also have the same functionality here. Mode changes you between CD, radio, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, and also you can preset some stations. There's one CD changer. There's one CD in here, and then check this out. There is a DVD CD changer in the glove box, and it stows away in there, out of sight. I mean, you really don't even know what's in there. I'm going to also point out the soft closed doors. I didn't note this in the previous video, but it's really a nice feature. I'm sure you all have seen that before. And I also noted in my video earlier about the K40 system that's built in here, the radar system. And it's a radar and laser detector. This is a remote control, and this could go anywhere. It's just on here with Velcro, but I thought the placement was good. And the indicators were mounted right here. You can see the blue diode, that indicates the front on the right side. The left means the rear is being triggered. So it does have a voice that announces it, that there's a K band, an X band, a KA band, or laser that's tracking your vehicle, and it will announce that, and the lights will light up showing you where it's coming from, and also the intensity will be indicated by how rapid the lights blink and how frequently the sound repeats itself. Really nice feature. So I think, that's kind of it for some of the unusual features that this particular car has. When I got it, I put a crystalline film on this window to keep UV rays out, and I can't tell you if it works well or not, but I don't have sunburns through the windshield as a result of it. The Alcantara headliner is really nice. The R8 has Alcantara as well, but just a really nice feature. It has the window shades as well on the rear windows, the back window. I can trigger that button. I always leave it up, but it's tinted. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Again, leave any comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, the thumbs up. Really appreciate that. And if you really like the content and want more, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll be delivering more content. I see some more car shows in the future. I'd like to get the R8 in a show. Love to meet fellow owners. If you're in the South Florida area, I'll try and give you a heads up in the next video of where I'm gonna go, and maybe that'll be a car show you'd be interested in seeing. And again, any mods, love feedback. Still learning about the car and its capabilities and things that I can improve upon. Anyway, thanks. Have a great one. Bye.